What's the Wayans? Shantae Wayans. Ooh, child, Shantae Wayans, girl. You are lucky I'm an old married woman, girl. You lucky I'm an old married woman because I would find you, even though you look like you're about 4'11. You know, I don't like short baby dykes. I don't. Anyway, guys, if you have not already done so, please like and share this video because it is so important to my success here on YouTube. So before we get started, I want to do a very quick shout out to Tiffany Haddish. She has a show on Netflix called They Ready. And what she does is she showcases 6 different female comedians. Very good job, okay? I would say probably one was not funny to me at all, and one was pseudo funny, and the rest of them was hilarious. You know, check it out. I mean, they had a trans woman on there that is raising a family. I've loved her. I thought she was beautiful. Her name was Flame something. I don't know what it is, child. I put it down there. But she also showcased what's the Wayans? Shantae Wayans. Ooh, child, Shantae Wayans, girl. You are lucky I'm an old married woman, girl. You lucky I'm an old married woman because I would find you, even though you look like you're about 4'11. You know, I don't like short baby dykes. I don't like them. I don't even know how old you are, but she's funny because she doesn't really talk about her life as a Wayne, but you know, you open the door for her because she is a Wayne, you know, but she makes it very prominent or makes it very apparent that, look, I'm not from the rich Wayans. We got 10 of us, okay? It's 10 of my uncles and aunts, okay? And my mammy is not a part of the 5 rich Wayans. My mammy is a part of the 5 broke Wayans, but I don't think it's that case, you know. Like, I always believe, like, what the Wayans do is, like, throw their money into a pot and then everybody eat, you know. That's what I believe. That's part of the reason why I believe that Marlon said, I don't want to share my money with my family no more. I'm going to make my own money over here and let it sit over here, you know, and just make my own money. I don't want to share it with you mother hunches no more. And he does say that. He say he's tired of sharing money with his family. So I don't know. I don't know the dynamics of the Wayans. That's not what this is about. This is about me big upping Tiffany Haddish for creating a platform for the people who she met along the way, who she believed in, to showcase their talent as a comedian. And oh yeah, and I said, oh, a lot of these comedians are better than Tiffany Haddish, because you know how we feel about Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart are kind of one and the same. They're not the same, but they're one and the same. You know, they're white people funny because white people, you know, look at them like they are the funniest, and that's only because they don't have an Aunt Kiki or Uncle, you know, Carlos that come to the picnic and act a whole ninja the entire time. So white people find it funny because that's not their everyday. With us, we like, we've seen it before. We all know somebody we all know probably like 20 people that are like Tiffany Haddish or just extra like Kevin Hart. You know, it's just, y'all, you didn't like some of my stuff on Instagram before? Shouts to La Vista. Shouts to La Vista to you, Tiffany Haddish. But we all know that your ass be drinking round here because you don't know when your number is up. And by the way, I thought you did a great job with what is that? The Kitchen. You overacted the F out of that movie. You overacted. I told you, girl, I thought your ass was Pam Grier. I was like, am I watching Coffee? Is this? So my next thing, so what I really want to talk about is Euphoria, right? The reason why I find Euphoria to be an excellent show on TV right now, because they're doing what no other show has done before. What Euphoria is doing is actually showing from a child's perspective what real life situations are happening. You have a child, and child, I've been calling her Zenaida. Her name is Zendaya, okay? You have a young lady that is struggling with addiction, struggling with sexuality. A young man on there, or not a young man, but a trans woman on there. A young man on there that is horrifically angry. A father who is dealing with his sexuality behind closed doors. And it connects to the young woman that is a trans woman or trans girl, because she's still a child on the show, okay? But she, for real, is like 19 years old. She a model. She's been modeling forever. She's a beautiful girl, right? But at any rate, Euphoria reminds me of how when I was a young girl growing up in the hood, how my mother didn't know half the shiz that I was getting into. Half of it. You know, like my mother would see me and you know, like talk to me, and she had no idea that I had just seen someone murdered.
I promise you, if I could be a different person, I would. Not because I want it, but because they do. But here's the thing. One day, I just showed up without a map or a compass. And at some point, you have to make a choice. About who you are and what you want. Then therein lies the catch.
Teenager that grew up in the 80s. Like my mother had no idea that I was losing my friends regularly to the hood and to the things that encompass the crack epidemic. Young people were dying, you know. That's not what their story is. Now, they also have a young dude on there. He's a white dude. When I tell you that little boy looks just like Meek Mill, it is amazing. But when I tell you that he is a very kind drug dealer that really don't want to get involved in the BS, but from time to time he has to, and he is in charge of his little brother who's like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, and this mother hunchy been, you know, in the game forever. That's real shit. I remember back in the day when it was this young dude, God rest your soul, Turner Monk. Turner Monk lost his life at 16 years old because he had got into it with some other area, okay? His little brother was freaking 7. He was in school with my little sister, but he was the best dressed little boy ever. You hear me? That's because his big brother and him were in it together, having a whole, let's say, enterprise together. So to see these things, it's like my mind is blown because somebody gets it. Somebody gets the fact that teenagers go through real life events. They have a young lady there that is a thick woman. She then got hooked up with, selling fantasies online. People like her because she's thick, but still inside she's still insecure about who she is. Even though she pretends like, okay, I'm in charge of my sexuality at 17 years old. 17 years old, you're having random sex. But you, in your soul, the way that you convince yourself so that you will be okay with it is say, okay, I'm taking charge of my life. No, that's not, no. And you're so lost. You're so confused. You got one girl on there who allowed a boy to tape her. Right? That follows her everywhere she goes. She has one guy that really likes her. But what's holding him back is the fact that the girl has videotapes out there of her, doing things with young men, and it's not cool. You know, we have this other young man that is a football star, right? Oh my gosh, this show is so good, okay? But he is a young black football star, right? And he was a big deal in high school. But when he got to college, he realized that, okay, I was a big fish in a small pond, but now I'm here in college and nothing special about me because everybody's good. Everybody's great. I said, oh, and he's doubting himself, okay? Oh my God, this show is so friggin' good. This is just the first season, okay? This is just the first season. So freaking good. Okay, this very, very young dude, he is the quarterback in high school. He has a girlfriend, you know, and they experience domestic violence because just because you young don't mean that you have anger issues and you not putting your hands on your girlfriends. That's regular. Like I remember back in the day, this dude used to beat the shit out of his girlfriend. And I said to myself, when him and his girlfriend was on a break, he used to come to me and be like, Nay, what's poppin'? You want to go out? But even still, like the quarterback dude, he's young, he's attractive, but he is fighting his sexuality because at a young age he was exposed to his father's sex tapes, sleeping with transsexuals. So now he is in his mind confused. He don't know whether he likes pickle or peaches. So when I say this show is so real, I know a lot of people think that's just geared towards teenagers. It's actually geared towards parents of teenagers. So you guys can see the type of things that your children go through in high school. I'm telling you, as a child in high school, it was a lot of shit my mother didn't know that I was into. My mother didn't know that I was, you know, like I was seeing that every time I went to the go-go, somebody got shot. If I was to come home and be like, Ma, somebody got shot at the go-go last night. Are you crazy? Do you know my mother would be like, don't you ever take your ass back down there ever again? So I couldn't go home and tell her that because she would tell me no. Like even Zendaya's character, she is in love with a trans girl. So it's like, it's confusing, but being a teenager is confusing, you know? So if you have not already done so, please like and share this video because it is so important to my success here on YouTube. Now, remember this, the same people you meet on the way up will always be the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one.